What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about Coolio. All right. So, Coolio, who had his peak success in the mid to late 1990s, uh, back when West Coast really dominated the genre of hip hop, um, he's created a niche for himself uh, throughout hip hop. His style was, to tell you the truth, but he wasn't as threatening to the system, I guess I want to say. His style was a little bit more comedic, and I'm not trying to say he wasn't authentic because he was, but because of that, and because of the fact that he had one of the biggest hits of all times in 1996 with Gangsta's Paradise, which led to Weird Al Yankovic doing a parody. And whenever Weird Al Yankovic does a parody of a song of yours, you've created a smash mega hit. Even though, Coolio didn't like it at the time, you know what I'm saying? But it comes with the territory. But, my favorite song from him was See You When You Get There from Nothing to Lose, which, starred Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. And I liked it because it had a very interesting sample, you know, to sample a well known hit that's hundreds of years old, that's confined to those who love operatic or symphony music, but to sample what is it, Pasha Bell's Canon and make it sound the way it did, I thought was to be that experimental. And see, that's why a lot of people like Coolio, because he wasn't afraid to do what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid to go with what his instincts was and not be afraid of being judged. His first hit was Fantastic Voyage, but he didn't just come out of nowhere. Sometimes we get the feeling that these guys just come out of nowhere, and that isn't the case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys worked hard to get to where they were. Now, some of them don't. Some of them, you know, take shortcuts. We all are aware of these shortcuts, but ultimately they feel unfulfilled, and often they commit suicide. If you know what I'm talking about with these shortcuts. Damn, you went dark right there, didn't you, Mike? But anyway, Coolio was born Artist Leon Ivy Jr. in Compton, California in 1963. So Coolio is up there, absolutely. Yeah. After attending Compton Community College, he worked in jobs such as volunteer firefighting and security at LAX before becoming a rapper. He recorded his first single in 1987 titled What You Gonna Do. He also recorded What Makes You Dance, also known as Force Groove, with New School in 1988. Coolio made connections in the LA rap scene, and in 1991 ended up joining the group Dub C and the Mad Circle, led by rapper Dub C. He was a co-contributor on the group's debut album, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed, including the single Dress Code. The album was regionally successful. In 1994, Coolio signed to Tommy Boy Records and released his debut solo album, It Takes a Thief. The lead single, Fantastic Voyage, received heavy rotation on MTV and peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Fantastic Voyage would become one of the biggest rap singles of the year, and the album contained a few other minor hits in County Line and I Remember. It Takes a Thief peaked at number 8 on the Billboard 200, becoming certified platinum. The album received praise for bringing a humorous and lighthearted perspective to often violent and profane themes of typical gangster rap. In 1995, Coolio made a song featuring R&B singer LV for the movie Dangerous Minds, titled Gangsta's Paradise. it would become one of the most successful rap songs of all time, topping on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. It was the number one single of 1995 in the United States for all genres and was a global hit, topping the United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Germany, Italy, Sweden, Australia, Netherlands, Norway, Switzerland, Australia, and New Zealand. Chart. Uh, Gangsta Paradise was the second biggest selling single of 1995 in the UK. The song also created controversy when Coolio claimed that comedy musician Weird Al Yankovic had not asked for permission to make his parody of Gangsta's Paradise titled Amish Paradise. At the 1996 Grammy Awards, the song won Coolio a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance. Originally, Gangsta's Paradise was not meant to be included in one of Coolio's studio albums, but its success led to Coolio not only putting it on his next album, but also making it the title track. The title track sampled the chorus and music of the song Pastime Paradise by Stevie Wonder, which was recorded nearly 20 years earlier on Stevie's album Songs in the Key of Life. The album Gangsta's Paradise was released in 1995 and was certified 2 times platinum by the RIAA and sold more than 2 million copies globally. The album contained two other major hits and 1, 2, 3, 4 Something New and Too Hot with JT Taylor of Kool and the Gang doing the chorus. Despite no longer being an official member of the group, Coolio made an appearance on the second Dub C in the Mad Circle album, Curb Servant, on the song In a Twist. In 1996, Coolio had another top 40 hit with the song It's All the Way Live Now from the soundtrack to the movie Eddie. Remember that movie, that piece of shit with Whoopi Goldberg? It was also featured on the song Hit 'em High from the soundtrack to the successful 1996 film Space Jam. You hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. You hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. With Be Real, Method Man, LL Cool J, and Busta Rhymes. In 2014, the band falling in reverse to the cover of Gangsta's Paradise for Punk's Goes 90s. The fuck? Hope I said that right. With Coolio making a cameo in the music video. In 2019, the song received renewed popularity on the internet when it was featured in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer. In 1996, Coolio appeared on the Red Hot Organization's compilation CD, America is Dying Slowly, alongside Biz Markie, Wu-Tang Clan, and Fat Joe, among many other prominent hip-hop artists. The CD, meant to raise awareness of the AIDS epidemic among African American men, was heralded as a masterpiece by the Source magazine. That same year, he recorded the theme song, All Here It Goes, for the Nickelodeon TV series Kenan and Kel, which ran for 4 seasons and appeared in the series' opening sequence. After the success of Gangsta's Paradise, Coolio's next album was expected to be another hit. His third solo album, titled My Soul, came out in 1997. Although it contained the major hit See You When You Get There, and the album went platinum, it failed to reach the success of his previous 2 albums. Coolio was dropped from Time Boy Records and his albums. Since then, 2001's Coolio.com, 2003's El Cool Magnifico, 2006's The Return of Gangsta, and 2008's Still Here, 2009's From the Bottom to the Top, and 2017's Long Live the Thief have not charted on any Billboard chart. He did have a minor hit in the UK in 2006 with Gangsta Walk featuring Snoop Dogg, which peaked at number 67 on the UK singles chart. Both of his last albums were produced by Joshua Finu and Vanni Giorgielli from Subside Records. In 2004, Coolio appeared as a contestant on Comeback. a German talent show in which artists were looking for a comeback. Coolio placed third after Chris Norman and Benjamin Boyce. Coolio was featured on a 2013 episode of the ABC reality program Wife Swap, but his then girlfriend left him after the program was taped. And the same year, he also appeared on a UK game show called Tipping Point, Lucky Stars, where he came second. Coolio also appeared on the episode of the Adult Swim show Black Jesus in an episode titled Gangsta's Paradise. In the group Dub C and the Mad Circle, Coolio had a brother whose name was Crazy Tune, who was an American hip hop producer and DJ. Crazy Tunes passed away back in 2017 from a heart attack. He was 45 years old. Also in his ensuing years, Coolio has a web series titled Cooking with Coolio. And yes, that means that has also become a chef and also released a cookbook. So that's pretty much Coolio. Okay. I stayed away from making fun of his hair. You know, sometime during the 2000s, he started taking to wearing do rags. Okay, I didn't take much thought about it. You know, he would have a do rag, and you know, his hair would still stick through it. He started wearing caps a lot with his hair sticking out from the side or whatever. This picture right here is from the 90s when he was still in his early 30s, I guess. So what's happened is sometime around late 30s, maybe, I guess he started thinning on top. That's what happens to most men, and you know, now he's no longer hiding it. And you know, me personally, I think he looks kind of silly with the top of his head bald as hell and plaited on the side. But whatever makes him happy, that's all that matters. Okay? If that makes him happy, why should we care? If it's not hurting anybody, why should we give a fuck? I've learned to, you know, I may make jokes about people, but at the end of the day, who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Coolio's a legend. Coolio deserves all the praise, and I'm telling you, man, that song, Gangsta's Paradise, one of the biggest hits ever. And his song See You When You Get There from a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to download that song, man. That's what I'm gonna do right now after I record this video. I'm gonna download that goddamn song. I love that song. I'll see you when you get there. When you ever get there. And I'll see you if you get there. If you ever get there.